Whiteness is a cult, and they will always come to the defense of their cult members. This evidence that
the thing is, white people are not just, they are not cult. There's nothing special about white people. White people are just any other race. It's like Asian people will always be behind Asian people
all the time.
Arab people will always be behind Arab people.
Yeah.
So white people will always be behind white people. It is only we blacks.
Finding people to
it's only we blacks that antagonize one another. Welcome to another episode of Short Burst. I'm the Qeed. Macibo. Remember that lady that was arguing with bike or something?
Yeah, the one in New York.
Yeah, the New York. Yes, exactly. Of the nurse. Yeah. There's a lady that have a comment over that video. I want us to review our comments.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play it now, and that's what we're doing.
it's truly amazing to me how fast the narrative changes. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. White women are one of the most dangerous groups in the United States and abroad. At this point, we've pretty much all seen the video of the city bike incident between the black guy and the white woman. The black guy claimed that he bought the bike. The white woman claimed that she bought the bike. It was a tug-of-war match. But notice how white people were laying in wait for some little nugget of information that was going to absolve this white woman of taking accountability for the harm that she put these boys in. Whiteness is a cult, and they will always come to the defense of their cult members. This evidence that people are now getting on here to push to say that this white woman is innocent actually doesn't prove anything at all. But it does prove the lengths that some of y'all will go to protect white women. It's wild to me how people still see black people as one of the most violent groups, when actually the most violent among us has the inability to hold their community members accountable for the ways in which they harm other people. You know who you are.
All right, bruh. Did you hear what she just said? Do you really believe whiteness is a cult? White people are cultists. That's what she just said. Do you believe that?
Right now, I just have a short of words.
What do you mean you're short of words?
Because, come on, man. Come on. Kid. Come on. What do you expect me to say to that kind of word? What do you expect me to say? Because,
okay, so this is
these are the kind of people that they are bringing problem to this society, to this country, to this world. People like this for making such a statement. I don't agree with what she said. I would phrase it differently, and I would phrase it like they tend to come to each other's aid. They support one another. They are there to help one another. They pull each other up. But we as black people on the other end, myself coming from Africa, can tell you for the most part, black people all over the world for the most part, we don't really pull each other up. We are quick to tear each other down. That's all we good in doing.
That's why this video is hitting me differently. In the sense that we on the other hand, we tear each other down. Why white people pull each other up? So which one are we supposed to do? Aren't we supposed to be the cult that pull each other up?
Thank you.
We're supposed to be the cult that pull each other up. We're not supposed to be the because we try to be. We don't ride for one another like that. Except for when we're doing the old hood shit,
exactly.
And we are going to kill another black person.
There's nothing wrong with that. Pulling each other.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We ride for each other only when we are going to kill another black person. It's
Can you imagine?
Weird, bro. Like, yeah, that's where we ride for one another. Like, I'm riding for my nigga. I'm riding for my nigga till death.
Yeah,
but then the person you are riding against is another black person.
Yeah,
that's the problem I have with our culture.
The person you beefing is another.
Yeah, that's the only problem I have with our culture. I mean, we tend to be against one another.
We're just always trying to bring ourselves down. That's it.
The death in the black community.
But we don't sit down. We don't see that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why don't we see that? Let's just for right now. For example, let's just leave white people alone and let we black people just face ourselves.
No, we cannot leave white people alone. We gotta hold them accountable for some of the dumb shit they've done. Also,
for a minute, forget about what they do, dumb shit they do. Who cares? Black people doing dumb shit too.
Yeah, for real. But I get what you're trying to say. We need to take a step back and assess ourselves as a culture.
All this history thing, 1823. When are we going to let it go? Most of us were not even born in the slavery time and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
It's what we heard.
But
is that one pulling you back?
No. If we're talking about slavery, if we're talking about slavery,
I'm just saying.
It's two ways. we can look at that slavery shit in two ways, bro.
But how are you going to? What do you want to do about it? Is just me. What do you want to do about it?
One, as a culture, we've imbibed that slavery mentality and is holding.
No, not we.
No. I mean, I'm not trying to exonerate myself as an African person. Because if I walk on the street now, if the police sees me, I'm gonna be judged as a black man first, before anybody realizes I'm African. So yes, I put myself in that same category. But I may not understand what African American what they actually feel when it comes to slavery. I understand what I feel coming from Africa. I understand what it is like to come from a poor community, from a politically bad country. Yes, I understand that. I may not get what people say about slavery, but in my own myopic mind, what I would say is, we as a black culture in America has allowed slavery, the word slavery, to really pull us back. We've allowed it to hold us down. So from doing a whole lot of the things that we are supposed to do. So what's the solution? But we cannot exonerate white people in the sense that, judging from what we know about Africa, when politicians embezzle money, they give their family, their kids, a head start in life, which the poor citizen of the country has to meet as they go. We have to keep chasing. Why their own family have the head start. That's the exact same thing white people are doing. Or why that's the exact same thing slavery did. Slavery made black people far behind, while the white community is far ahead. Yes, I get that. White community, they have a head start. They have every advantage to them. They have every laws and everything to their favor. Yes, I get why a lot of people, but I get why a lot of people feel some type of way when you talk of slavery, and why black people feel so bad about slavery. But at the same time, I feel it's high time we rise as a community and work within us and see that the laws, the rules, we have to challenge it, not by attacking it, but by challenging it, by getting involved in the rule, by getting involved in these laws, by getting involved in this environment, because that's the only way we can win. If we try to move back and keep attacking that laws and rules, we only be doing ourselves more harms. We need to get involved. We need to get in that rule. We need to be in the middle of it. That means getting our education, getting our shit together, stop killing one another, stop attacking our own community. Anytime there's a riot, the first thing we do is destroy our own community. That's weird.
Oh, yeah, destroy our own community and destroy.
Every time we destroy our community, nobody's coming back to rebuild that shit for us. Once we destroy it, that means we lack that. Community. No. For the most part, how many people do go to the gated neighborhood? Nobody gets to go in there. But we go to the next bodega. We go to the next mom and pop store and destroy our own things. We destroy our own community because we are angry with white people. That's just some very weird way to look at this. So yes, I get slavery. I get the whole sentiment and the feeling of people were enslaved and the laws and all that. But if we don't get into it, if we don't walk into that law, if we don't attack that law from the back end, which is get involved, be involved, get our education, get our shit right, stop killing one another, start supporting one another, which is what white people do. Well, if we don't start doing that, we'll continue to be at a disadvantage, because white people, they are not caught. There's nothing special about white people. White people are just any other race. It's like Asian people will always be behind Asian people
all the time.
Arab people will always be behind Arab people.
Yeah.
So white people will always be behind white people. It is only we blacks,
Hispanic people too.
It's only we blacks that we antagonize one another. African Americans will antagonize Africans. Africans will antagonize African Americans. It's just weird. It's just weird for me. But hey, to each their own. I feel more like we need to start working together as a community. And someone always say, if you're too worried about what other people are doing, then you yourself, you are not doing anything. If we are so worried about what white people are doing, then we're not doing anything. Yeah, we're not doing anything.
It's just an
I think
excuse.
it's time we start doing more.
It's just an excuse.
As a community. I think it's time we start doing more as a community and stop and worry less about what other communities are doing. I think that's the only thing we need
You
to
can-
start.
you
And
can
when we
do-
start
you
doing
can do
more,
your thing.
we need to start rising for
we black
ourselves
people can do our thing.
positively.
We
not
can do our thing
right
without
for
worrying
ourselves
about
to
no
go
white
kill
people.
ourselves.
That's what I don't
mean,
want. That's what I don't understand. Like worrying about when white people do that. You can do your thing by yourself without worrying about white people, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
people are just.
You can be
people are
you
just-
can be
we are-
you can be successful more than white people if you really work hard for you.
Yeah, if
you
we
can
if
drive
we
a
work together as a
Lamborghini,
team,
you can
if
drive
we-
a
if
Ferrari,
we work
you can drive a
together as
Mercedes Benz.
community,
You
yeah.
can just don't worry. Me as a person, I never one day think about white people doing this, doing that. I don't really care because I know I can get there if I work hard enough.
Yeah, I mean that's
I can
individually. Yes,
I can
but-
buy a mansion
No,
in a
bro.
white people neighborhood if I have the money.
Individually,
They will sell it for me. So they're
yes.
not holding me down. Nobody is holding me down.
individually,
Right now,
yes, but
remember,
as a
nobody.
community,
So
we need.
That's
to
my own
really work
thinking,
on this.
and I want maybe people can think like me too. So maybe probably we can move forward and we can all live good life and stop complaining. That's it. That's it. That's the way I feel.
Hey.
I mean, yep.
Macibo is mad as fuck. That's it, niggas.
Complaining won't do nothing. He won't. Yeah, he will only break you down.
No, complaining
You
won't do
only break
nothing.
you down.
Yeah,
To
to
me,
only
you will only
break
break
you
you down.
down.
So you have to buckle up. We have to buckle up, and we can do it. There are so many smart black people. So many
no,
black. I
black
just don't know
people,
why.
we smart individually. We just need to
sometimes I
bring it
just want
together as a
to. I
community.
want to give up sometimes, but I just like damn. Yeah,
bro, like
Lord.
we smart individuals. We just need to bring it together
if,
as a community.
if-
That's
if-
all we need
yeah.
to do. Like work as a community instead of pulling each other down. We
Yeah,
start building each
that's
other
it.
up, and that way maybe we too will become a cult, like she said. Like white
we-
people,
yeah,
we need to be that
exactly,
cult too.
that cult,
Instead of
yeah.
running away from it and judging other people,
Yeah,
we need to
so
be that cult
that's
that
cult.
pull each
So
other
nobody,
up.
yeah.
So that other communities too will start to be afraid of just pushing us around. But they know if they with black people, all they need to do is go to this section of black people and boom, we are divided.
That's it. You are divided.
We are divided.
Just a second.
Just go to African American and African American is attacking Africans, or
Immediately,
just go
one
to
time.
Africans and Africans are attacking Africans. Like they, or even within African American, within Africans, we are still divided. It's just weird, brother.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've noticed as black people. So I disagree with her saying
Maybe,
white people are a cult. Nah, I don't believe that. I just think we need to be that cult. We need to come together and be that cult. You should not just write for our niggas and our dad just to go and kill another black person. Nah.
Man,
I think it's
I
right time
just-
we ride
know,
together,
man.
support one another, help each other, build up. Hey, that's all I'll say. Guys,
that's what you
if anybody
say.
think
And
there's
I
any
said what I
better
said
way
too.
for we as a community to be strong, please put it in the comment section, because that's all I know, that we need to come together and work together as a team and be that cult that other people too will be afraid of. Not in the scary way, but I mean like where people don't just push us around, afraid of pushing us around, because they know we got each other's back.
Yep.
And on that note, we say, guys, thank you for subscribing. Thanks. A lot. The subscription has really gone up. We really thank you for supporting us. And for those that are still
for the love and
hesitant,
support,
people that are still hesitant, people that are still thinking if they should or they should not, I think it's that time you should. Because every time you watch our video and you don't subscribe, it takes away from us.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate you watching us, but give us that love by subscribing.
Support the African brothers.
By supporting us.
Support.
Supporting us.
Don't
Click
just
subscribe.
the dub.
Press that notification button so you don't miss any post from us ever again. And on that note, we say thank you once again for joining us on Short Buzz. Until we see you again, peace.